Hi everybody, hope you're doing well today. On this episode of While I'm in History, I'm going to be explaining some fairly substantial changes with regards to my history page, as well as my expectations for creating content in the future. Without getting into specifics, this year really sucked in a lot of ways and has forcibly made me reflect on various factors in both my personal and professional life. And as such, I want to make several changes. Because I don't know if it's obvious, I love talking about this stuff. I love talking about history, I love discussing ideas, and I love to engage with people and really come to a firm understanding, as well as provide good entertainment for people to watch the videos I make. Unfortunately, the manner that I produce content currently is too haphazard, disorganized, and has no real unifying factor other than it's stuff made by me. And that's a problem. It's a problem in the sense that the brand has become somewhat diluted. Wild Man History is not something you would associate with anything specific, and I don't like that. Because everybody knows that I'm still a pretty wild dude, but at the same time I want to make the emphasis less on me and more about the content that I produce, which is supposed to talk about wild people throughout history. With all of that in mind, here are some of the changes I'm planning on making in the next few weeks. Number 1, consistent uploads on Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays will be Hot Ones History, and Fridays will be Wild Man of the Week. Number 2, every Friday morning, I'm planning on posting and publishing in my Facebook group an unofficial script, as well as my official source list and supplementary images for my Wild Man of the Week video. I want to do this because A, I want to ferment a community of people that are interested in the content that I produce, and B, I don't want to answer to trolls that really don't give a damn what I have to say. I eventually plan on expanding upon this model further, but so far I'm just going to stick to the basics. I'm going to stick to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and keep it simple until I grow my audience further. Number 3, I'm going to be professionalizing my account by making it far more consistent, far more uniform, as well as make it look less generic, but also make it far more intuitive and approachable. So I'm going to have a link tree, I'm going to have a more consistent thumbnail that people can look at and reference, that sort of thing. This aspect will take a little bit of time because I don't have any idea how to use Canva and I am relatively bad at it, but you know, if anybody wants to help me out, just let me know. Number 4, I'm going to be digitizing more and more of my overarching calendar, and that's because, to be honest, I found out kind of recently I've undiagnosed ADHD. And while having ADHD and autism won't define me, because I never will let those things define me, it is good to see that I'm able to actually verbalize what these challenges are so I can properly address them. This digitization will be really, really important for me to stay on track as well as to accomplish the goals I set for myself. Now let's be completely honest here for those that knew me for a very long time. You knew I had it way before I did. For reference, this is my preliminary study, social, and physical program for next week, and I'm going to be honest, I'm rather excited. Before using Google Calendar and other digital sources, I was just using one of these for everything. And to be honest, it's not enough. This is good for, say, business-related stuff and appointments or, you know, doing stuff on the fly throughout the day when you're at a job. But I needed something more concrete, kind of to tie everything together, and I'm happy I kind of have that now. So what does this all mean? Well, basically it means I'm maturing as a person and I have to kind of change my page to match my maturity. In fact, it's actually necessary to mature in order to actually keep producing content that I think other people will enjoy on a more consistent basis, and it'll reflect what I kind of want to do with this page. I'll still post memes, I'll still collaborate with people and do that sort of thing, but the emphasis will be different now. It'll be focusing around wild people throughout history and their stories. And really, that's all it kind of should be. I'll still do special videos or finish off series that I have currently or expand upon them. But the reason why I want to shift focus around is because all these other things that I've been doing are fun, but they're cheap, mediocre knockoffs that aren't really that interesting and they don't really define the ethos of the page I'm trying to produce. I know I have a lot of work cut out for me, but I'm really excited for this next week and I just can't wait for you guys to enjoy the ride on this journey that we're going to be on. Stay wild, San Diego.